Hello everybody, Craig Warrack here, and this is a fan-demanded video. In my review of Samus Aran, the Figma figure, I showed you this Figma Michael Jackson figure. I asked if anyone wanted to see it reviewed, and there was a resounding response from one person. Thanks, Glenn. But whether you like it or not, everyone, you're getting a review of this figure because I think he's awesome. So let's take a look at the packaging first of all. I've had this guy for a few weeks. He predates Samus, so he's not all packaged up. I took him out long ago, but he came in the same style of tray as Samus. Of course, the box is very nice with nice clear pictures of Michael on that side, and on this side. And what have we got in the front? Again, the Figma series. And I think I noticed here, I think that's the name of the sculptor, which is always a nice addition. And here we have Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson, for those who don't know. And this is the Surira version. Surira, of course, is as close as the Japanese can come to Thriller. But there we are. Product number 96. On the back, again, we have lots of nice clear pictures of the figure. And some text. What do we have here? Blah 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 blah. Oh, with all the articulation, you can recreate Michael style performances. What else do we have? Okay, so with the included. With other Figmas, you can use the interchangeable hands, one male set, one female set, to recreate zombie poses. So you can have other Figmas join with Michael in a zombie dance there. And you've got him recreating his Michael-ish performances. And it's got this logo here, which I'm assuming is some kind of pretentious Michael Jackson brand. So there we have him. Is he? Actually, he's has the same age rating as Samus Aran. Interesting. I thought he would be, is that illegal? Not that I ever bothered Michael. Anyway, let's take a look at the figure itself. Michael as a figure is looking great. He's of course wearing his iconic, I suppose we would say, Thriller outfit. You know, those... It's a brave man that can carry off a red jean, I always feel. Were they leather? They certainly look leather here. Jings. They're quite neat around the crotch. And it's a braver man who can carry off black slip-ons and white socks with a shortened trouser leg. But there was no doubt he was awesome looking at the time. The jacket is iconic, looking fantastic. All of the clothing is a kind of the upper part is a kind of a rubbery covering for his torso, and the same goes for these sleeves. And the legs are not the rubbery, they're the hard plastic. So yeah, you'll see that, the rubber allows him to chin his lapels about. And the jacket doesn't come open or isn't designed to come off, but underneath he does have the red t-shirt, and that's done in plastic, so you get a nice contrast between the gloss of what is supposed to be leather and the matte of what's supposed to be cotton, I suppose. And who knows if the skin tone is right. I don't think even Michael would have known that. Anyway, here we have his face. Now, this is something that I think if it was, I don't know, that I'm kind of divided about the face. I think it's an excellent sculpt, but does it look like Michael Jackson? It's hard to say because he looked different every minute of the day. But yeah, it's a really nice sculpt, and it's good that he's got this big smile on. He just looks really good. Accessory wise, Michael comes with the Figma Base, which plugs into his back. It goes through the hole in his jacket into his back somehow. Excuse me a moment. Come on, Michael. There we go. So I suppose you can use that to get him up onto those tiptoe sort of poses. There we go. And I don't, does it, I mean, this only has a hinge and post, so if it was a ball socket it could tilt to the side, so he can't quite do a smooth criminal, but that's pretty good. There we are. Come on, Michael. There you go. No, not even a Figma action figure can perform the dance moves that Michael Jackson could with millions of dollars worth of special effects. So there we have, that's the base. Of course, the Figma bag, which I think is genius. So he's got the Figma bag. What else have we got here? Oh, as mentioned on the back of the package, he comes with a... Now, this isn't, you know, he's got these pairs of hands, and it's not because, you know, he couldn't decide on which skin colour he had. These are meant for other Figma figures. You get a male pair of hands and a female pair of hands. And I take it most other Figma figures are Caucasian or Asian, so they don't get the same skin colour as Michael. So there we have them. And something I think I should say about these extra hands is that they are not articulated like standard Figma hands. They are simple posts. They don't have the hinge that makes them tilt up and down. But still, it's a really nice thing that they threw in there so that, you know, you can have fun with your other Figma figures, make them join in with Michael. Of course, he has this rack that has additional hands on it, and there's too many hands to actually fit on the rack, which is a good thing because we've got the Figma bag. So all of these hands have the peg and hinge, and the ones that I'm sure are most famous are these two here. There's of course the famous Thriller move hands, and they're really expressive and great looking. He's got, I'm sure these are all taken from actual moves. Fists for holding, and open hands, flat hands, got all these. What I've got him with just now, he's got a pointing finger, so that you can say, I'll take that one. And he's got this fist, which is best left to the imagination. And Michael has an additional face. Here he has his Thriller zombie face, and that just swaps out. You pull his, I was going to say normal face, but we'll just say you pull his face off, and then you put, just slots on there, and then you've got zombie Michael. Isn't that just amazing? It's really, really well done. I love the black around the eyes, it's sculpted in really deep, and the slightly open mouth. It's just fantastic. Something that, of course, would have been nice to receive would maybe be a version of sort of this head, but you know, right at the end of Thriller where he turns round, he's got in his yellow contact lenses, sort of black cat eyes, and one of them slightly off at a funny angle. You know, he's got cockeyed demon eyes. If they could have included that, it would have been awesome. Another thing they could have included was, you know, if they had put on a werewolf head or something. But in my memory of Thriller, I've not watched it in a long time, he's actually wearing some sort of Letterman jacket in the intro, so it would probably involve a whole new figure. But I don't know if there's anyone who customises Figma figures. Maybe me in the future would be able to do that sort of change for Michael, where we could have his werewolf form as well. So here we have me using a couple of the extra hands on some of my Marvel Legends figures. They don't fit very well, so don't go out and rush out and buy the Michael Jackson figure thinking you can end up posing your Marvel Legends in a Thriller dance. I know you're dying to, but I wouldn't recommend it. The hands are just dying to fall off. The pegs are too small for the Marvel Legends holes, being a different scale, but that's fine. All in all, this is a great figure and just such a unique thing. I really, when I saw it online, I laughed out loud, and then it was an instant buy. And I don't regret it at all. He's amazing looking, he's got great articulation, great sculpting, a great likeness on the zombie front anyway, and just all the accessories are just really good. And the additional hands, if you're a Figma collector, I think that's just amazing. You know, it's a figure that adds value to the other figures you've bought, which is just amazing. And it's really an excellent thought by Max Factory. So I'll leave you there. Darkness falls across the land, the witching hour is close at hand. So comment, rate and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching everyone. Bye.